Hey guys, so excited to teach you today about one of mine and Cynthia's favorite artichokes. These little bad boys are so beautiful and so delicious and look a bit prehistoric. And I'm going to teach you how to sear them and finish them off with a little lemon mayonnaise. So divine.
Elisa is going to be cooking something delicious with some artichokes today because I have a lot that I have to harvest. So with an artichoke, we're just going to cut it about 2 or 3 inches down below. Look at that, beautiful artichoke. And actually artichoke plants have multiple heads that they will develop, that you can probably get 4 or 5 heads off of one plant. Something to note about artichoke plants: when you plant them in early spring, and they will usually harvest here in Utah July, August, and they also love nitrogen. You need to feed them at least once a month with either fish emulsion or some form of nitrogen that you like to use. Watered about twice a week, a nice deep soak, 2 to 3 inches a week. When we harvest artichokes, see how it's starting to open? That means it's ready. You don't want to harvest it too soon. See how this one's really tight? When you harvest it too soon, it's going to be really tough. So when it starts to blossom, that is when you want to harvest it. But don't go too long, otherwise it's going to turn into that giant purple thistle.
Hello to all of our friends. So happy you're here with us again. So as you saw, we had Cynthia in the garden and she harvested her gorgeous artichokes. First, what you want to do with artichokes is a lot of people cut off the stem, but the stem is actually an extension of the heart, and that is one of the yummiest bits. So we'll just kind of pick these little bitties off here, and we're going to cut this guy. Okay, I'm going to use this nice small knife to just kind of trim my stem. You want to trim your stem, everybody. And like I said, you could totally use a vegetable peeler for this if you wanted to. Right there, that should look good. And then we're going to cut about 1 inch or so off the top. You want to use a big chef's knife because we're going to get all those little pricklies off. Now we're just going to cut it in half. I like to flip it stem side up. I'm going to cut right through the center of that, just like that. And you can see here, there's kind of this purple and then this spiny bit. We're going to cut all that out because that's not edible. And what's underneath here, this is the heart, and you can eat all of this. So we are just going to cut that out. And that looks great. And now I have a pot of water on my stove. I'm going to clean the others, but I'll spare you witnessing that. Okay, so I have our artichoke hearts that have been trimmed and cleaned in a pot of boiling water. They're going to cook for about 15 minutes. We're going to check it at the 10-minute mark and see how they're doing. But while those cook away, we are going to make our delicious lemon mayonnaise dip. So you can make your own mayonnaise, which at some point I promise I'll teach you. It's super easy. We're going to use, this is my favorite. I always use full fat fast food or Hillman. I put about 1/2 cup just in a little bowl. I'm going to put in just a pinch of Malden sea salt. Now, I'm just going to preach a little bit about Malden sea salt. It is a game changer. It is amazing. You can get this at Harmon's or other nice grocery stores. So promise me, go out and get some Malden sea salt or a high quality sea salt. So we're going to put that in. We're going to put in a few cracks of freshly ground pepper. You can do it to taste. I like a good bit. And then we are going to take the juice of about 1/3 of a lemon for this amount. You can always also use the zest too. That's really good. But we'll start with the juice and see where that gets us. Perfect. So I'm going to stir this around. Set that aside. I'm going to take a little bit of this. I mean, I wish you guys could smell this basil from Cynthia's garden. It is so amazing. It's like heaven. And I just pinch off our stems, just about that much. And I like to take my biggest leaf, and I'm gonna roll up all of our other leaves in it. In culinary school, they told us to roll it up like one would a cigar. And since I'm a master at cigar rolling, I can show you exactly how to do that. And now we're just gonna slice up our little cigar. Always tucking my fingers behind the knife. And then we're gonna take it and turn it and just give it a little cut crosswise and see how beautiful that makes our basil. Now I'm just gonna toss all that into our mayonnaise with the lemon and the pepper and the malt and sea salt. And we're gonna give that a little stir. And then as I feel it weren't rich enough, I'm gonna add in just a drizzle of olive oil. I just have to brag, this olive oil came from mine and my husband's honeymoon. We stayed at this gorgeous farm that's on the top of the Amalfi Coast up above Sorrento, and it's called Fattoria Terranova. I wish I could roll my R's because I sound cooler. It's the most divine olive oil. We shipped a bunch of it home for us. And I'm going to put in about a tablespoon worth. But you can just get any good, high quality olive oil. So now let me taste it. Okay, so it only took 10 minutes for these delicious artichokes to cook. And you can tell they're done when you flip them over, and you can easily get it with a knife. But if it goes in real easy, you know they're done. You can smell that olive oil getting nice and hot. Before I pop these in, I'm going to put some fresh cracked pepper and some sea salt. Just a little sprinkling. I'm going to start them backside down. Give them a little searing. You can hear that noise going. Now that they're in, I'm going to crank them up just a wee bit more. And what I'm looking for is I just want to brown them on each side. Okay, I just want to show you when you know they're all ready, because they get this gorgeous color. So look at this amazing browning we have on there, the caramelization, and look at this underside. I mean, do those not just look delicious? Now that we have our artichokes all cooked and seared, I'm going to show you a really fun way to plate your artichokes. I love putting appetizers on cake pedestals. I also own a bakery, so I have a lot of them. But they're kind of nice because then you can put them on the center of your table or on your coffee table with drinks and other little nibbles, and it kind of stands out. So how I'm going to plate this, I'm going to take our delicious sauce we made, put it in the middle with a nice little spoon inside. I'm going to grab those artichokes. We're going to plate them up. It's all kind of around here. And we're going to put in some fresh basil from Cynthia's garden, just like what we put in our sauce. Let's throw some of that up in here. And then some lemons, in case people like to squeeze a little more fresh lemon juice on there. That'll be nice and lovely. Have that there. How about another one over in here? Like that. And there you go. Seared artichokes with a delicious basil and lemon mayonnaise dip. All from Cynthia's garden. How easy was that? Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a lovely week, and we'll see you again next week.